How much will the Irish economy lose as a result of them crashing out of the World Cup? It's a whopping £100 million.
There's certainly a lot at stake. You're watching The Right Stuff. We're live on 5 with Dave Spikey and Diamond and Scott Mills. In a little while, your thoughts on taking fat pets from their owners and effectively putting them into care. I'm saying the RSPCA was right to take an overweight dog away from its owners. Others here on the show feel educating the guy would have been a better bet when so many unwanted and unloved pets are just thrown out into the streets. What do you think? 0207 173 5555. That's the number, of course. Any Pudsey Bearer emails out there?
We've got quite a few, Matthew. The first one here I've got is from Lindsay. Why should we fund these celebrities to have fun in the name of charities? If they didn't spend so much money on putting on the, quite frankly, rubbish entertainment, much more could go to the charities.
OK.
With a different view, we have Chris. You miserable so-and-sos. Children in need may not be cutting-edge TV, but what's wrong with an event that makes people stop for 2 minutes and think about others, especially children?
OK. Remembrance Sunday does that for me. I stop for 2 minutes and I think about children. Today, future, past. Yeah, anyway, just a thought.
And then finally, one from Julie. I don't mind children in need and think it's a good cause, but really didn't agree with the Around the World sketch. At least the K2 climb was tough, and this looked like a big jolly.
OK. OK. Now, what do we make of this one, then? Should France offer Ireland a World Cup replay? This, of course, after the French captain Thierry Henry's handball effectively ended our cousins' dreams of glory in South Africa. The one-time Arsenal star used his left hand to set up a last-minute goal at the Stade de Fraud in Paris, giving the Frogs a 2-1 aggregate score. Footy fans, both in Ireland and I think here in the UK, were furious. I mean, let's face it, we know what it feels like in England after Maradona's hand of God put us out of the quarter-finals the World Cup in '86. The Argentinian captain, as he was then, might be a legend at home, but I think it's fair to say he's viewed as a shameless cheat just about everywhere else. Will Thierry Henry want to be remembered the same way? I can't believe he would. He wasn't exactly full of cheer about the way he brought France victory. The ref allowed it, he said. It would have been better to do it another way, but I'm not the ref. Feelings are running so high, the Irish PM Brian Cowen is calling for a rematch and has vowed to bring it up with President Sarkozy, who, for his part, said politicians should keep their nose out of footy. There's no doubt the decision is totally unfair and a massive blow to the Irish, but a replay could cause more problems still. If this match was to go again because the referee missed something, well, then will every other match where the ref misses something also get a replay? And I know, as a cricket fan, that cricket is wrestling with the notion of referring problem decisions to TV, and so far the experiments, quite frankly, have been rubbish. Scott, what do you think? Replay?
I don't care about football one bit, but I'm just saying that surely he must have known at the time and should have said something to them. Why not say something to the ref and own up?
Well, can you imagine what the French would do? I mean, they used to chop the heads off their unwanted politicians. What are they going to do to the French captain if he effectively took them out of the World Cup, which is what would have happened if he held his hand up?
No, it wouldn't, though, would it? I mean, it wouldn't, because it would have gone to penalties. It was, or somebody else could have scored. Yeah. But I think, as you say, he's missed a massive opportunity there, because the football is riddled with cheating at the moment, and he is a very well-respected and well-loved character in football, and from English football when he played at Arsenal. He had that chance just there, in that split second, to put his hand up.
Higher.
You know, and yeah, not that hand, this hand, and just own up and just bring a bit of integrity back into the game. No, they wouldn't. No, because there's comments from the French supporters on the French websites, and they did absolutely deplore what happened. You know, so the feeling is there in France that
we've got a president of Europe now. They could sort this out, couldn't they? It's first job.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Get a little Belgian involved.
But this, I mean, that's the big thing is whether or not politicians should keep their nose out of football. Now, if it's a game in the Premier League, that's one thing. But, you know, £100 million to the Irish economy. The Irish economy has had a terrible, terrible time for the last, 5 years plus. You know, it's you know, livelihoods hang on this. It's not just a game of football. You're looking, you don't care, do you, Anne?
No, well, I don't know now. But it's happened now, that's the
cheating,
problem.
yes, but it's...
The only way you're going to stop cheating, in my opinion, anyway, is for the players and the game itself at the professional level, for them to turn against it. Because you see somebody cheat, you saw Henry cheat, you saw the handball. It was obviously handball. It wasn't just handball. He controlled it and
why
whatever.
did the ref allow it then?
Because he didn't see it. He didn't see it.
And of course, they won't allow video playback.
No.
Right,
but as soon as he touches it, and if a referee's got any knowledge or played the game to any level, you will see on all the replays, as soon as he does it, the whole of the Irish defence go handball. It's got to be handball. It's got to be, so nobody saw it.
Is there room for a compromise here that FIFA or politicians work together and take the view that a World Cup qualifying match is something different from a regular league match, and therefore...
I don't know, there's so many World Cup qualifying matches around the world, obviously. You can't, every contentious issue, you can't say, oh, they're all the same, you've got to have a replay. And you've got 90 minutes of football, it's one incident. You know, the officials are there to make the decisions, and they made the wrong decision. And, you know, it could be argued that Ireland should have won it anyway, but that goes out the window as well.
So is he a hero in France today, this morning?
No. I mean, I think most
they're worried, aren't they?
The French just feel that they've got there through, well, cheating.
Yeah.
I do wonder how it would have felt if it had been an English team, or the England team, and it had happened to us, how we would feel about it. Would we say anything goes? I'd like to think we wouldn't.
Well, that's the thing with cheating. You see somebody go dive in the box for a penalty, and all his teammates around him cheering him on and congratulating him, and they know he's cheated as well. The only way to stop it is if they all go, "You're a bit of an idiot, you, aren't you? Get up. No, play the game," sort of thing. You watch rugby league, you don't get any of that in rugby league. Same sort of player, same sort of background, same sort of supporters. They don't have cheating, and
to be fair, there have been some wonderful moments in cricket in terms of sportsmanship where batsmen, the ball has whizzed by, there's maybe a controversial LBW decision or a controversial catch from behind, and the batsman walks because he knows he is out. He doesn't wait for the umpire to make the decision. But cricket, well, you get a different kind of player in cricket, do you? Maybe it's a French thing.
Why are you talking like that?
It's a southern thing, you wouldn't understand. We're so much more sophisticated down here.
Is that what it is?
We don't have pies. Let's throw it over to you guys. What should happen? Kirsty.
We have Michelle, and she's online too.